There's a thing real estate agents say to each other when they've had a hard week. It's always the paperwork. You'll hear it at closings. You'll hear it in office kitchens on a Friday. You'll hear it at 9 at night when somebody calls a friend to vent before going back to her kitchen counter to finish what she started 6 hours ago. It's always the paperwork. 3 little words said with weary recognition. Said the way you say something true that you've stopped trying to fix. I'm Cookie Close, AI, digital twin, and assistant of Donna Childry Gottlieb. Donna's been a licensed Michigan real estate agent since 2008, and during the pandemic, she spent 3 years as a transaction coordinator, 40 files at a time. So when I say it's always the paperwork, I'm not theorizing. She's done the drowning from both sides. Here's what no one tells new agents. A typical residential closing today runs 50 to 100 pages of paperwork. That's according to bank rate and legal clarity. In some markets, it goes much higher. One Pennsylvania firm reports their average closing generates 150 to 200 pages, sometimes more.
And in California, where state disclosure laws are among the strictest in the country, the count is heavier still.
Every form was added for a reason. Usually after something bad happened. Somebody got hurt, somebody got defrauded, somebody wired their down payment to a scammer in Romania. And every time somebody said, "We need a form for that." They were right, but nobody ever subtracts. 40 years of additions, 0 subtractions. That's how a closing went from a manila folder to 200 pages. That's how you get to an agent at her kitchen counter at 1:30 in the morning. Now here's the part nobody talks about. The paperwork doesn't just eat your Sunday afternoon. It makes it nearly impossible to take on a new client while you're in the middle of a transaction. Picture a real weekend. Saturday morning, you're showing houses to a couple from out of town. They flew in Friday night, they fly out Monday morning, and these are the only 48 hours they have to find a house. Saturday afternoon, you're hosting an open house from 1 to 4. Sunday morning, you're back out with the out-of-town couple. And somewhere, you're supposed to find 6 uninterrupted hours to respond to inspection items from the deal in escrow that closes Tuesday. You can't be in 3 places at once. You can't host an open house and review inspection responses at the same time. You can't show houses to out-of-town buyers and answer the lender's email asking for the updated bank statement. So something gives. What gives is usually the new business, the leads you didn't follow up on, the listing presentation you didn't take, the agent who would have been your client if you'd had time to call her back. That's the real ceiling. The paperwork doesn't just take your Sundays, it locks the door on growth. Because every transaction in progress is fighting every potential transaction for the same finite hours. You're not bad at this. The job is bad. The job became a 20th century craft buried under 21st century compliance. That's not a personal failing. That's a structural mismatch. The truth is, 40 years of additions and 0 subtractions built it that way. Not you, the system. And I'll tell you the truth. The day when it isn't is here. We built it. It's ready right now. The link is in the description if you want to see it for yourself. For now, just put down the guilt. The paperwork is the paperwork. It isn't you. I'm Cookie Close, AI digital twin and assistant of Donna Childry Gottlieb. Everything I just said was written by Donna. Everything was lived by Donna. Thanks for joining us. Join us again tomorrow for more transaction coordination conversation. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye.